Non-communicable disease. Non-communicable or chronic disease are long-lasting conditions with a generally slow progression. The four main types of non-communicable disease are 1. Cardiovascular disease, for example, myocardial infarction or strokes. 2. Cancer. 3. Chronic respiratory disease, for example, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease or asthma and diabetes.
Non-communicable disease represents by far the most important cause of death in the world, accounting for 63% of the total number of annual deaths. Non-communicable disease kills more than 36 million people each year. About 18% of NCD deaths are concentrated in low and middle income countries.
What are cardiovascular disease? Cardiovascular disease is a group of disorders of the heart and blood vessels. Heart attacks and cerebrovascular accidents (CVA) are usually acute events that are mainly to do obstruction that prevents blood from flowing to the heart or brain.
We talk about cancer. In this cancer case, stomach cancer was chosen due to the relationship with nutrition. In general, stomach cancer begins in the cells that line the stomach and make mucus. This type in a cancer is called an adenocarcinoma. In general, cancer begins when an error mutation occurs in the DNA of a cell. The mutation causes the cell to grow, divide rapidly, and continue to live longer than a normal cell. The accumulation of cancer cells form a tumor that can invade the surrounding structures. Cancer cells can break off the tumor and spread to other parts of the body. Gastroesophageal junction cancer is linked to gastroesophageal reflux in disease and to lesser extent obesity and smoking.
Diabetes is a disease in which blood glucose sugar levels are very high. Glucose comes from the food you eat. Insulin is a hormone that helps glucose enter cells to supply them with energy. In type 1 diabetes, the body does not make insulin. In type 2 diabetes, the most common, the body does not make or use insulin properly. Without enough insulin, glucose stays in the blood. Diabetes can also cause heart disease, stroke, and the need to amputate a limb.
About chronic respiratory disease. Chronic respiratory disease (CKD) are chronic disease of the airways and other structures of the lung. Some of the most frequent are asthma, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, respiratory agencies.